Hello and welcome back to the channel. Are you sitting on a fortune and don't even know it? That old Lincoln penny hiding in your piggy bank or tucked away in a coin jar might be worth way more than just 1 cent. Welcome back to the channel, where today we're diving deep into the top 15 most valuable ultra-rare Lincoln 1-cent pennies worth millions. That's right, millions. These aren't your everyday pocket change coins. These are coins that collectors will pay a small fortune for. So grab your magnifying glass, check your change, and let's count down the top 15 most valuable Lincoln pennies ever discovered. In today's video, we're diving deep into one of the most intriguing coins from the 1970s, the 1975 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny, a coin that could be worth up to an astonishing $99,000 in today's market. That's right, a small copper penny minted in 1975, with no visible mint mark, is now making waves in the coin collecting world for its surprising rarity and sky-high value. So sit tight, because we're going to explore everything you need to know about this incredible coin, from its historical background and unique design to what makes it so valuable, and how you could be holding one in your very own collection. Let's start with a bit of history. The Lincoln penny has been a staple of American currency since 1909, introduced to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the obverse features the iconic portrait of President Lincoln, while the reverse originally displayed 2 wheat ears, later changed in 1959 to the Lincoln Memorial to mark his 150th birthday. The memorial design was used from 1959 until 2008, making the 1975 Lincoln cent part of the second major design era. In 1975, the U.S. Mint produced Lincoln pennies at multiple minting facilities, including Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. However, coins struck in Philadelphia carried no mint mark, which was standard for that facility at the time. That means the absence of a mint mark on a 1975 penny isn't an error. It's simply how Philadelphia coins were issued. So now you might be wondering, if there's nothing unusual about a 1975 penny with no mint mark, then why are some examples worth tens of thousands, even close to $99,000? Well, here's where things get interesting. The high value of the 1975 no mint mark penny comes down to 3 key factors: condition, rarity in high grades, and collector demand. First, let's talk about condition. The most valuable 1975 no-mint mark Lincoln pennies are those graded in mint state, especially at the top of the scale, MS66, MS67, and in some rare cases, MS68 red. Coins in these pristine conditions are extremely hard to find because most circulated heavily or were not well preserved. A penny that has survived nearly 50 years in almost perfect condition is a true gem, and collectors are willing to pay a premium for that level of preservation. Next is rarity in high grade. While millions of these pennies were produced, only a tiny fraction remain in flawless condition. The vast majority show signs of wear, nicks, or discoloration from circulation. So when a coin grading service like PCGS or NGC comes across a nearly perfect 1975 Lincoln cent, it becomes a top-tier rarity. Fewer high-grade examples mean more competition among collectors and investors, which drives up the price significantly. And finally, we have collector demand. The Lincoln Cent series is one of the most widely collected in the world. From beginners to seasoned numismatists, collectors strive to build complete sets, often seeking out the best possible examples of each date. For many, finding a high-grade 1975 no-mint mark penny is a must-have, making it a high-demand piece. Combine this demand with extreme rarity in top condition, and you've got a recipe for massive market value. Now let's talk numbers. A circulated 1975 penny with no mint mark is still worth face value, 1 cent. Maybe a few cents if it's in better shape. But here's where the story takes a dramatic turn. If you find one in near perfect condition, graded MS67 or higher by a professional service, you're looking at a coin that could sell for $88,217 to $99,000 depending on auction conditions, collector interest, and overall visual appeal. For example, one of the most stunning sales occurred at a major auction where a pristine 1975 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, certified MS68 red, fetched close to $99,000, a record-breaking price that shocked even veteran numismatists. These are life-changing finds that can literally turn a penny into a fortune. So, how can you tell if you have a potentially valuable 1975 penny? Here are a few tips. Check for the mint mark, or rather, the lack of one. It should read simply, 1975, under the date with no D or S mint mark. Examine the color. High-value pennies are typically bright red in color and show no signs of oxidation or brown tones. Inspect for wear. Valuable examples will have no visible wear on Lincoln's face, jacket, or hair, and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse should be crisp and fully struck. Get it graded. If you think you've got a penny in exceptional condition, send it to a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC for an official evaluation. A high grade is essential to unlocking its full value. It's also worth noting that the coin market can fluctuate. Demand, rarity, and grading standards all influence final selling prices. However, the trend for top-tier Lincoln cents, especially those from the 1970s, has been steadily climbing, making now a great time to check your coin jars, old piggy banks, and inherited collections for hidden treasures. To wrap it all up, the 1975 no mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny might look like just another coin, but under the right conditions, it can be worth a small fortune. If you come across one in brilliant uncirculated condition, don't spend it, protect it, grade it, and you could be sitting on a $99,000 windfall. Thank you for watching, and if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more amazing coin stories. Let us know in the comments if you've ever found a rare penny, or if you're searching for one right now. Until next time, keep collecting, keep hunting, and may your next coin find be your biggest treasure yet. Welcome back to the channel, coin collectors and treasure hunters. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most surprising and valuable coins you might find right in your pocket change, the 1984 no mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. This little copper coin may look ordinary, but some rare varieties have been sold for staggering amounts, anywhere from $52,927 all the way up to $61,000. That's right, a single penny that could change your life if you find the right one. So stick around as we break down the full history, the reasons behind its incredible value, what key features to look out for, and how to know if you're holding one of these rare treasures. Let's start with the background. The Lincoln cent has been in circulation since 1909, created to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It's the longest-running design in U.S. coinage history, and it's a favorite among collectors. The reverse design of the Lincoln Memorial was introduced in 1959 and remained in place until 2008. The coin we're focusing on today comes from the year 1984 and was minted in Philadelphia, which is why it carries no mint mark. That's completely normal for Philadelphia coins at the time, but what isn't normal is what happened to a select few of those coins during production. You see, most 1984 Lincoln cents are worth face value, just 1 cent. But a rare error known as the 1984 double die obverse makes a small number of these coins extremely valuable. A double die occurs when the design on the die, the metal stamp used to strike coins, is engraved twice in slightly different positions. That creates a noticeable doubling effect on the coin, most often visible on the lettering or features like Lincoln's eye and ear. In the case of the 1984 penny, this doubling shows up dramatically on Abraham Lincoln's earlobe. In fact, collectors call it the doubled ear penny. So why does this error make the coin worth thousands of dollars? It all comes down to rarity and demand. The double die obverse error from 1984 was not discovered right away. By the time collectors realized it existed, many of the coins had already been lost in circulation or damaged beyond recognition. The few that survived in excellent condition became prized collectors' items. The dramatic doubling on the ear is considered one of the most visually striking errors among Lincoln cents, and error coin collectors are willing to pay a premium for it, especially when the coin is in mint state condition. Let's talk numbers now. What is this coin actually worth? Well, like any rare coin, the value depends on its condition. If your 1984 no mint mark penny has the double die obverse error, and it's in circulated condition, meaning it's been used and has some wear, it could still be worth hundreds or even a couple $1,000s. But if the coin is in uncirculated or mint state condition, meaning it has no wear and has been preserved since it left the mint, it could be worth a fortune. In recent years, collectors have paid anywhere from $10,000 to over $50,000 for top-grade examples of the 1984 double-ear penny. One extremely high-grade specimen sold for a staggering $52,927 at auction. Another recently sold for nearly $61,000, making it one of the most valuable Lincoln cents from the modern era. Now, how can you tell if you have one of these coins? First, check the date. It must be 1984 and have no mint mark, meaning it was struck in Philadelphia. Then, look very closely at Lincoln's ear on the obverse, or front side, of the coin. You may need a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe for this. What you're looking for is a clear doubling of the earlobe. It almost looks like a second ear beneath the first one. This is not a small or minor doubling, it is quite obvious when you see it. If you find that, congratulations, you may have one of the rarest Lincoln pennies in circulation. But before you celebrate, make sure to authenticate the coin. There are professional coin grading and authentication services like PCGS and NGC that can examine your coin, verify the error, and assign it a grade. A certified and graded coin almost always sells for more, and it gives buyers confidence that they're getting a genuine piece. Many of the highest sale prices, like the $52,927 and $61,000 examples, were professionally graded and authenticated. Let's take a minute to talk about what makes error coins so exciting for collectors. Mint errors are like rare glitches in the Matrix. They're unexpected, they slip past quality control, and they become the ultimate collector's trophy. In a sea of billions of pennies, finding one with a major error is like striking gold. The 1984 double-ear penny is a perfect example of this. It's a minting mistake that turned into a treasure, and it's still out there, waiting to be discovered. So where can you find one? Your best chances are by carefully searching rolls of pennies from the bank, checking old jars of coins, or buying large collections of unsorted pennies. Coin roll hunting is a fun and inexpensive way to search for valuable coins, and with enough patience, you might just uncover one of these legendary 1984 double-die Lincoln cents. Remember, these coins were struck for circulation, so they did end up in people's hands and pockets. You don't have to be a millionaire to own one, but finding one might just make you one. Let's do a quick recap before we wrap up. The 1984 no-mint mark Lincoln cent is usually common, but a small number have a double-die error that creates a second earlobe on Lincoln's portrait. This error is highly sought after, and in mint state condition, can be worth between $52,927 and $61,000 or more. Always check the date and Lincoln's ear closely. If you think you found one, get it authenticated. And keep hunting. Treasures like this are still out there. If you enjoyed this video and want more deep dives into valuable coins, error varieties, and hidden treasures, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell so you never miss an upload. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare coin or if you're planning to go coin roll hunting. You never know, the next rare penny might be just one roll away. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting! Welcome back, coin enthusiasts and treasure hunters. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of rare coins, and trust me, you do not want to miss this. In this video, we're uncovering the secrets behind a seemingly ordinary coin that could be hiding in your pocket change right now. We're talking about the 1985 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny, a coin that has shocked collectors and appraisers alike by soaring in value to an astonishing $68,927 to $70,000. That's right, one single penny, less than $1 in face value, could be worth as much as a brand new luxury car or even a down payment on a house. History and background. Let's take a trip back in time to 1985. Ronald Reagan was President of the United States. Coca-Cola had just released the infamous New Coke, and people were grooving to Madonna and Prince on their cassette players. But while all of this was happening, the U.S. Mint was hard at work striking millions of coins for circulation, including the iconic Lincoln 1-cent penny. The Lincoln cent has been a staple of American currency since 1909, first introduced to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. The obverse features the unmistakable portrait of Lincoln designed by Victor David Brenner, while the reverse in 1985 still carried the image of the Lincoln Memorial, a design introduced in 1959 to mark the sesquicentennial of Lincoln's birth. The 1985 Lincoln penny was struck in both Philadelphia and Denver, and in San Francisco for proof sets. Coins from the Denver and San Francisco mints are easy to spot due to their D and S mint marks, respectively. But the Philadelphia Mint did not include a mint mark on its pennies in 1985, making the no mint mark version the standard circulation coin. Or so it seemed. Why this coin is special, you might be wondering. If millions of these 1985 no mint mark pennies were made, why would any single one of them be worth tens of thousands of dollars? That's where rarity, condition, and demand come into play. While it's true that over 5 billion 1985 Lincoln cents were produced, only a tiny fraction of them remain in pristine, uncirculated condition today. The vast majority of these coins were used in everyday transactions, exposed to dirt, wear, and damage. Finding one in gem mint condition, especially graded MS68 or higher by a trusted authority like PCGS or NGC, is incredibly rare. But it's not just the condition that makes these coins valuable. Some specimens from the Philadelphia Mint in 1985 exhibit extremely sharp details, strong strikes, and brilliant red luster, characteristics that catch the eyes of serious collectors. There are also a few known varieties and minor errors, such as die cracks, doubled dies, and off-center strikes, that can increase the coin's desirability and value dramatically. How to identify a valuable 1985 penny? So, how can you tell if your 1985 penny is the jackpot version worth nearly $70,000? First, look for a coin with no mint mark under the date. That indicates it was minted in Philadelphia. Next, examine the coin's condition. A valuable penny will have crisp, sharp details. Lincoln's hair, coat, and the lines in the Lincoln memorials should all be clean and clear. There should be no signs of wear on high points, and the surface should have a brilliant, reddish hue with little to no blemishes. If you believe your coin meets these criteria, it's time to consider professional grading. Coins that are professionally graded as MS68 or better are where the real value lies. Market value and recent sales. Now let's talk money. The 1985 no mint mark Lincoln cent in average circulated condition is typically worth just its face value, 1 cent. Even in better circulated condition, it might bring in a few cents to $1 from a casual collector. But in uncirculated, certified mint state condition, prices begin to climb. Coins graded MS65 can fetch between $10 and $30. At MS66, that price jumps to around $50 to $100. But once you reach the elite grades, MS67 and MS68, the sky's the limit. And here's where things get exciting. A verified MS68 RD, red, specimen of the 1985 no mint mark Lincoln cent has sold at auction for as high as $68,927. And the market value is now hovering around $70,000 as collectors compete for the finest examples in existence. This staggering valuation is due to a combination of ultra-high grade, intense collector demand, and a shrinking number of flawless examples. Collectors are willing to pay a premium for a penny that not only looks perfect but also represents a nearly extinct level of quality from a mintage of billions. Where to look and how to cash in, you might be thinking. Could I actually have one of these valuable coins? The answer is yes, and the best place to start is your own spare change. Check coin rolls from the bank, jars of old coins from relatives, or estate sales. Sometimes, these hidden treasures slip through the cracks and make their way into circulation unnoticed. If you find a 1985 penny in exceptional condition, the next step is to have it professionally graded by a respected service like PCGS or NGC. If the grade comes back high, especially MS67 or MS68, you're in for a potential windfall. From there, you can choose to keep it as a prized collectible, sell it at auction, or consign it to a coin dealer, The 1985 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny is a prime example of how history, rarity, and condition combine to create immense value. It teaches us that even the most common-looking coin can hold incredible hidden worth. With a current market value reaching up to $70,000, this humble penny has earned its place in the spotlight as one of the most sought-after modern Lincoln cents. So don't overlook the small change in your pockets, because you never know when one little copper coin could change your life. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this deep dive into valuable coins, be sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell icon so you never miss another incredible coin story. Let me know in the comments if you found any rare pennies, or if you're just starting your journey into coin collecting. Until next time, happy hunting and keep checking your change. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Are you ready to uncover the hidden treasure that might be hiding right in your pocket change? Today, we're diving deep into the story of the incredible 1987 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny coin, a seemingly ordinary coin that has shocked collectors with its massive market value of up to $64,000. That's right, what looks like just a single cent could actually be worth over $60,000. So stick around as we explore the history, unique features, and the current market value of this fascinating and extremely valuable penny. Before we dive in, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update on rare and valuable coins. Now let's get into it. The 1987 Lincoln penny is part of the long-running Lincoln cent series that started in 1909. This series was introduced to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, and it was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person. The coin's obverse, or front, was designed by Victor David Brenner and has remained largely unchanged since its debut. It features a profile of President Lincoln facing right, with the words, "In God We Trust," at the top, Liberty on the left, and the date, 1987, on the right. Now, the reverse of the 1987 penny still carried the design by Frank Gasparo, the Lincoln Memorial, which was used from 1959 to 2008. Below the memorial, you'll find the words 1 cent and United States of America, with the motto E Pluribus Unum sitting just above the memorial itself. So what makes the 1987 penny without a mint mark so special? Well, here's the twist. The absence of a mint mark means it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which at that time did not use mint marks on most of its 1-cent coins. So in general, 1987 no-mint mark pennies are not that rare, unless they exhibit something unusual, like a minting error, pristine condition, or a rare variety. But in certain exceptional cases, a 1987 penny with no mint mark can skyrocket in value due to factors like a double die error, off-center strike, die cracks, or being preserved in extremely high-grade condition. A few examples of these rare variants have sold at auction for tens of thousands of dollars, catching the attention of numismatists and collectors around the globe. Let's talk about the technical details. By 1982, the U.S. Mint had transitioned from a mostly copper composition to a copper-plated zinc composition to save costs. So, the 1987 penny is made of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper. It weighs 2.5 grams and has a diameter of 19.05 millimeters. Despite the coin's humble construction, what makes some 1987 pennies worth a fortune is not the metal but the condition and rarity of errors. Coins struck with unique flaws or coins in near-perfect condition, what we call mint state, or proof-like quality, are incredibly desirable. Segment 4, Record-breaking auction sales, 430. Now let's talk money, and not just pocket change. A few very rare 1987 Lincoln pennies with no mint mark have made headlines for the jaw-dropping amounts they've fetched at auctions. One particular specimen in flawless MS69 red condition, that's one of the highest grades possible, sold for a jaw-dropping $63,227. Another coin with similar high-end features recently hit the market for $64,000. These extraordinary prices are driven by a mix of collector demand, coin grading, rarity, and visual appeal. Most pennies in circulation show signs of wear, scratches, or tarnish, but these ultra-valuable examples look as if they just rolled off the minting press. So how can you tell if you might be holding onto a gold mine? Or rather, a copper-plated zinc mine? Here are some important features to look out for in a potentially valuable 1987 no-mint mark penny. Number 1. Check the condition. The fewer blemishes and marks, the better. If your penny still has its bright red luster and shows no signs of wear, that's a great start. Number 2. Look for errors. Some 1987 pennies have shown doubling on the date or letters, known as a double die. Others may be slightly off-center or feature cracks in the metal, all of which can increase the value significantly. Number 3. Get it graded. A coin that looks valuable to the naked eye might be confirmed as ultra-valuable through professional grading services like PCGS or NGC. A certified MS-68 or MS-69 red 1987 Lincoln penny is incredibly rare and very expensive. How to sell or get it appraised? If you believe you have a 1987 no-mint mark penny in high-grade condition or one that features a minting error, don't rush to sell it on your own. Your best bet is to get the coin professionally graded and appraised. Reach out to a reputable coin dealer, attend a coin show, or even contact online auction platforms like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers. These platforms often fetch top dollar from serious collectors and investors. Avoid cleaning or polishing the coin, as that can dramatically reduce its value. Keep it in a soft, protective holder and store it in a cool, dry place until it's time to have it evaluated. So there you have it. The 1987 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny might seem like just another coin in your jar, but it could be a rare and valuable piece of American numismatic history. With values reaching between $63,227 and $64,000, this humble penny proves that even the smallest things can hold massive value. Whether it's due to pristine condition, a rare error, or a lucky strike at the mint, some of these coins have become prized treasures among collectors. Keep your eyes open, check your change, and you just might find yourself holding onto a coin worth more than a brand new luxury car. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with other coin collectors and enthusiasts. Don't forget to comment below if you have a 1987 penny or any other rare coin you'd like us to cover. Make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on the next big coin discovery. Thanks for watching, and until next time, happy coin hunting! Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel where we dive deep into the world of rare and valuable coins. If you're a coin collector, treasure hunter, or simply love fascinating stories about American history and money, then you're in for a real treat today. Because in this video, we're talking about a seemingly ordinary coin that could be hiding a fortune in your pocket change. That's right, we're exploring the 1988 Lincoln 1-cent penny coin, a small piece of copper-plated zinc that has been making massive waves in the numismatic world. Some examples of this coin have been valued as high as $58,997 to $59,000 in the current collector's market. And yes, you heard that correctly. A single penny, worth nearly $59,000. Now, let's take a closer look at what makes the 1988 Lincoln cent so special, starting with a bit of background. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the coin featured Lincoln's bust on the obverse, making it the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure. Over the decades, the reverse design went through a few changes, from the classic wheat ears to the Lincoln Memorial in 1959, and eventually to the Union Shield in 2010. But throughout these changes, Lincoln's portrait has remained a constant, symbolizing not only the 16th president's legacy but also the enduring strength of the American spirit. Fast forward to the year 1988. The Lincoln Memorial reverse was still in place, and the U.S. Mint was producing billions of pennies each year. The 1988 Lincoln cent was struck at 3 different locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The Denver Mint coins bear the D Mint mark, and that's where our story really begins. While the Denver Mint struck over 5 billion Lincoln cents in 1988, making it one of the most common years in terms of quantity, certain era coins and rare varieties from this year have turned into prized collectibles. So, how does a coin that was made in the billions end up being worth almost $59,000? It all comes down to rare varieties, minting errors, and die characteristics. One of the most notable and sought-after varieties of the 1988 D penny is the so-called transitional reverse variety. Here's what happened. In 1989, the U.S. Mint made a subtle design change to the reverse of the Lincoln cent. The designers modified the lettering and certain details around the Lincoln Memorial. But some 1988 cents, both from Philadelphia and Denver, were mistakenly struck with the 1989 reverse design, and that's where things get exciting. The 1988 D penny with the reverse of 1989 is extremely rare. Collectors refer to it as the 1988 D reverse of 1989 variety. This variety is identified by closely examining the FG initials, those of designer Frank Gasparo, located to the right of the Lincoln Memorial. On the 1989 reverse, the initials are spaced differently and appear slightly bolder than on the earlier version. Spotting this variety requires a sharp eye, a magnifying glass, and ideally some expert knowledge, because to the untrained eye, the difference is incredibly subtle. But that tiny difference can mean the world to collectors. The value of these era coins has skyrocketed in recent years, driven by collector demand, auction results, and the general excitement around minting mistakes. In fact, one of these 1988 D reverse of 1989 Lincoln cents recently sold at auction for an astonishing $58,997. Yes, a penny selling for almost $59,000. What makes this even more incredible is that these coins can still occasionally be found in pocket change, coin rolls, or inherited coin jars. The combination of an extremely rare minting anomaly, high demand among specialists, and the thrill of discovery has propelled this coin into numismatic legend. So, what should you be looking for if you want to spot one of these high-value 1988 D pennies? First, examine the coin's condition. Most valuable coins are in mint state condition, meaning they show no signs of wear and have not been in circulation. But even circulated examples of this rare variety can fetch hundreds or thousands of dollars. Next, inspect the reverse side of the coin carefully, especially the FG initials. If they appear thicker, closer together, or resemble the style used on 1989 coins, you may have struck gold, or in this case, copper-plated zinc. Of course, before celebrating your newfound fortune, it's important to have any suspected rare variety authenticated by a reputable grading service, such as PCGS or NGC. These companies will verify the variety and assign a grade, which can greatly influence the coin's market value. A high-grade example in MS65 or higher could easily approach the $59,000 mark or more, depending on auction demand and rarity. Now, let's talk a little more about the current market. As of now, collectors and investors alike are showing renewed interest in era coins and transitional varieties. With inflation rising and tangible assets becoming more attractive, rare coins have become a popular investment vehicle. The 1988 D Lincoln cent with the 1989 reverse design is one of the most coveted coins in this category. Its combination of rarity, mystery, and historical importance makes it a must-have for serious collectors. Even more interesting is that this specific coin continues to set records in online auctions, estate sales, and private transactions. Listings on major auction platforms show confirmed sales between $55,000 and $59,000 for top-grade examples, especially those that are slabbed and certified as genuine transitional errors. Some coin dealers and collectors speculate that values could rise even further as more people become aware of this coin's existence. With only a limited number known to exist, and more collectors entering the hobby every day, demand continues to outpace supply. So, if you're checking your change, going through old penny rolls, or exploring your grandfather's coin collection, don't overlook the humble 1988 D penny. It may look ordinary on the outside, but with the right combination of mint mark, reverse design, and condition, it could be your ticket to nearly $60,000. To wrap it up, the 1988 D Lincoln 1 cent penny is more than just a small coin from your childhood piggy bank. It represents an exciting opportunity for collectors and everyday people alike. With a market value reaching up to $59,000, it stands as a testament to the thrill of coin collecting and the hidden treasures that might just be sitting in your pocket right now. So keep looking, stay curious, and never underestimate the power of a penny. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about valuable coins that could change your life, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and click the notification bell so you never miss an update. Share your coin finds in the comments below. Who knows, maybe you've already found a 1988 penny worth a small fortune. Until next time, happy collecting and keep searching for those hidden gems. Welcome back to the channel, where we explore the rarest and most valuable coins that might just be sitting in your pocket change. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating story behind a coin that has shocked collectors and dealers with its rarity and incredible value. The 1996 no-mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny coin. That's right, a coin that many might overlook as just another ordinary penny could actually be worth between $53,667 and $55,000 in today's collector's market. So if you've got a jar full of pennies lying around, you might want to check it after watching this video. Because you just might have a small fortune hiding in plain sight. Let's start with a bit of background. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person's face, and that face has stood the test of time, becoming one of the most iconic coins in American history. By 1996, the Lincoln penny had seen several changes in its composition. In fact, from 1982 onward, the U.S. Mint began producing pennies that were no longer made primarily of copper. Instead, they were struck from a copper-plated zinc composition to reduce production costs. That means the 1996 Lincoln cent is mostly zinc with a thin layer of copper. But what really sets some of these 1996 pennies apart isn't their metal content, it's their minting details. Most 1996 Lincoln pennies were struck at either the Denver Mint with a D mint mark or the Philadelphia Mint with no mint mark at all. However, it's the no mint mark 1996 penny that's causing a stir among collectors. Now, most coins from Philadelphia don't carry a mint mark, so at first glance, a no mint mark coin doesn't seem special. But what makes the 1996 no mint mark penny valuable is a specific combination of rarity, condition, and errors that appeared during its production. Let's get into what makes one of these coins worth over $53,000. First, we need to talk about condition. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect, flawless specimen. The highest valued 1996 no-mint Mark Lincoln pennies are graded at or near MS 68 or higher, MS meaning mint state. These coins were never circulated, have full sharp strikes, no wear, and show beautiful original luster. If you come across a 1996 penny that looks brand new, it could be worth sending to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC for an official evaluation. Now, let's talk about errors. Some 1996 Lincoln pennies have what's known as a double die or die crack error. These are mistakes that happen during the minting process and create interesting and unusual details on the coin, like doubled letters, unusual ridges, or strange lines running through Lincoln's portrait or the words on the coin. One particular variety from 1996 has an extremely rare and strong doubling in the word, Liberty, and the date. This variety is so rare that when it appears in high grades, it can command prices over $50,000 at auction. Combine that with the absence of a mint mark, pristine condition, and increasing demand from collectors, and you've got a recipe for a coin that's skyrocketing in value. Let's take a quick look at how this coin has performed on the market. According to auction records and private dealer sales, a pristine 1996 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny with a high-grade mint state designation and verified error features has sold for as much as $53,667, with some even fetching up to $55,000. These prices reflect not just the condition but the rarity of the coin and the growing interest in modern Lincoln cents among collectors. Now, you might be wondering, how many of these coins are actually out there? Well, that's the mystery. While the U.S. Mint struck hundreds of millions of Lincoln pennies in 1996, the number of high-grade examples with errors or special die characteristics is extremely limited. Experts believe only a small handful have survived in such high condition and with those valuable traits, making them highly sought after and extremely hard to find in circulation today. That's what drives up the value, and it's why coin enthusiasts are constantly searching for one in coin rolls, pocket change, and old collections. So, how do you know if you have one? Start by looking at the date, 1996. Make sure there is no mint mark underneath the date. Then, inspect the coin carefully. Is it in nearly perfect condition? Are there any signs of doubling in the lettering or numbers? Do the design elements look slightly off or have unusual details? These could all be clues that you have something special. A jeweler's loupe or digital microscope can be extremely helpful for close-up inspection. And if your coin looks promising, send it to a grading service for professional authentication. A small investment in grading fees could turn your ordinary penny into a five-figure treasure. So, what does the future hold for this coin? With interest in rare and error coins on the rise, the 1996 no mint mark Lincoln penny is only expected to gain more attention. Prices may continue to climb, especially as more collectors focus on modern coins from the late 20th century. As more people learn about the rarity and value of these modern pennies, demand increases, and supply remains scarce. That means higher values and bigger paydays for lucky finders. In conclusion, the 1996 no mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny might seem like just another coin, but under the right conditions, it can be worth tens of thousands of dollars. Its value ranges between $53,667 and $55,000, making it one of the most surprising and valuable modern Lincoln cents ever discovered. So check your change, dig through your old coin jars, and pay attention to those small details. Because you never know, the next coin you find might just be the one that changes your life. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into valuable coins, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and click the notification bell so you never miss an update on rare and valuable coins. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare penny, or if you're going to check your stash now. Until next time, happy hunting, and may your next coin find be a jackpot. Welcome back to the channel, coin collectors and treasure hunters. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating story of one of the most surprising coins in United States history, the 1976 no mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. What makes this small copper coin so incredibly valuable? Why has it sold for as much as $59,217, and even up to $61,000 on the current market? Stick around, because we're going to uncover the history, key details, minting facts, rare error types, and exactly what makes this humble penny worth a small fortune today. The year 1976 was a monumental time in American history. It marked the United States bicentennial, 200 years since the signing of the Declaration of Independence. To celebrate this event, many U.S. coins like the quarter, half dollar, and dollar were specially redesigned with commemorative bicentennial imagery. However, the Lincoln penny remained unchanged in design. It still featured the classic bust of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner in 1909, and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, designed by Frank Gasparo in 1959. Despite no design change, something unusual happened that year. The Philadelphia Mint, which usually strikes coins without a mint mark, ended up producing a number of pennies that, for a variety of reasons, have become incredibly rare and valuable. The 1976 Lincoln penny with no mint mark, which many would assume is just a regular coin, actually hides a number of secrets that can make it worth tens of thousands of dollars today. Specifications and composition. Before we dive into the errors and why these coins are worth so much, let's go over the basics. The 1976 Lincoln penny is made of 95% copper and 5% zinc. It weighs about 3.11 grams. The obverse features Abraham Lincoln facing right with the inscription, "In God We Trust." Along the top, Liberty, on the left, and the year 1976 on the right. The reverse showcases the Lincoln Memorial in all its glory, with the words, United States of America, across the top, E pluribus unum, above the monument, and 1 cent, along the bottom. Now, while these details sound ordinary, what's not ordinary is what happened in a limited batch of these coins: mint errors, striking mistakes, and condition rarities that collectors are now paying top dollar for. Minting and error details. Although the Philadelphia Mint produced over 4.6 billion Lincoln cents in 1976, not all were created equal. Out of those billions, only a tiny number have survived in nearly perfect condition, known as mint state 67 or higher. These high-grade coins are rare because pennies are usually banged around in circulation, thrown into jars, and scratched over time. So when one shows up in flawless, uncirculated condition, collectors compete fiercely to own it. Additionally, there are known varieties and errors in the 1976 no-mint mark penny that make them even more valuable. One such example includes the double die verse, where Lincoln's features or the lettering like Liberty or the date appear slightly doubled due to a misalignment in the die creation process. These double die errors are among the most sought after by numismatists. There are also examples of off-center strikes, where the coin's design is not properly centered on the blank planchet, creating a unique and visually striking effect. The more dramatic the off-center strike, especially over 50%, the higher the value. Other known errors include die cracks, cuds, and struck-through errors, where foreign material like grease or wire interfered with the minting process. Coins with these types of mistakes are extremely collectible, particularly when they are from such a significant year like 1976. Market value and auction prices. Let's talk money. The current market value of a pristine 1976 no-mint mark Lincoln penny can range anywhere from $59,217 to as much as $61,000 depending on its condition, rarity, and certification by top grading companies like PCGS or NGC. In fact, one such penny graded MS67 read by PCGS sold at a major coin auction for an astonishing $59,217. Why such a high price? Because it was nearly flawless, glowing with that original reddish luster that copper coins have when they leave the mint. A coin like this is not only a collector's dream, but also a great investment, a small piece of metal with historical value that continues to appreciate over time. Some privately sold examples have reportedly gone for as much as $61,000 when paired with rare error combinations like double dies or high-grade off-center strikes. This has made the 1976 Lincoln penny one of the most valuable 1-cent coins ever struck in the modern era. How to find one now, you may be wondering. How can I find one of these rare 1976 no-mint mark Lincoln pennies? The good news is that these coins are still out there. Check your coin jars, go through your old penny rolls, or visit your local bank and request rolls of cents to search through. While most you'll find will be common, there's always a chance you might uncover a gem hiding in plain sight. Look for coins with perfect sharp details, strong reddish luster, and absolutely no visible signs of wear. If you find one in excellent condition, it's worth getting it professionally graded. Even if you don't strike gold, you might find other interesting errors and varieties along the way, making the hunt fun and potentially profitable. So there you have it. The incredible story of the 1976 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, a coin born in a year of American celebration, yet not outwardly special at first glance. But with the right combination of condition, rarity, and mint error, this 1-cent coin can bring you a payday worth thousands. From $59,217 to $61,000, this coin has shocked collectors and investors alike. Make sure to double-check your pocket change and old coin collections. The next treasure might be sitting right under your nose. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe for more valuable coin stories, and let me know in the comments if you've ever found a rare penny in circulation. Until next time, happy collecting and good luck coin hunting. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and ring the notification bell so you never miss an update on coins worth money. Every penny counts, literally. See you in the next video. Welcome back, coin lovers and treasure hunters. If you've ever thought that modern pennies aren't worth much, today's video might just change your mind forever. We're diving deep into one of the most surprising and valuable modern-day coins in circulation, the 2018 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny coin. That's right, a coin you might easily overlook in your pocket change could actually be worth between $13,757 and $15,000 in today's market. Yes, you heard that right, a single 2018 penny. Let's begin with the history of the Lincoln cent. The Lincoln penny has been in continuous production since 1909. It was introduced to honor the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth, making it the first U.S. coin to feature a real person instead of a symbolic figure like Lady Liberty. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the original Lincoln cent had wheat stalks on the reverse side. Over the years, the design has evolved. In 1959, the wheat design was replaced by the Lincoln Memorial, and in 2009 the U.S. Mint issued 4 special reverse designs to commemorate the bicentennial of Lincoln's birth. But it was in 2010 that the current Union Shield design was introduced, which remains on the coin today, including the rare 2018 no-mint mark penny we're talking about. Now you might be asking yourself, how can a modern coin minted in the billions be worth thousands of dollars? Let's talk about that. First off, the no-mint mark designation simply means that the coin was minted in Philadelphia. Unlike coins from Denver which carry the D mint mark, Philadelphia coins often carry no mark at all. So a no-mint mark on a Lincoln penny doesn't automatically mean it's rare. However, in the world of coin collecting, rarity isn't just about the quantity produced. It's about condition, errors, and varieties. That's where the 2018 no-mint mark penny becomes special. One of the most sought-after types of 2018 pennies are those with minting errors. These can include double die verse, where Lincoln's features, especially his eye, mouth, or the inscriptions like Liberty and In God We Trust, appear double due to a die misalignment during production. There are also off-center strikes, clipped planchets, and other dramatic errors that drastically increase a coin's value. Coins with strong visible errors that are also in pristine uncirculated condition, typically graded MS67 or MS68 by services like PCGS or NGC, are incredibly rare and fetch thousands at auction. Now let's zero in on the star of today's video, a certified 2018 no-mint mark Lincoln penny in brilliant uncirculated condition, possibly with a strong die variety or mint error, that has been sold or appraised for an astonishing $13,757 to $15,000. Yes, this happened. In top-tier coin auctions, when a coin is submitted and graded as nearly perfect, we're talking mint state 68 red or even higher, collectors are willing to spend eye-watering sums to own a modern rarity. These coins are almost flawless, showing razor-sharp detail, full original red luster, and no visible blemishes even under magnification. Another reason this coin is so valuable is that top-grade modern coins are surprisingly difficult to come by. Think about it, these coins are made for circulation. They get tossed into cash registers, dropped on sidewalks, and passed through hundreds of hands. So finding a 2018 Lincoln penny that has survived in nearly perfect condition is like discovering a needle in a haystack. That's why collectors go wild when one comes up for sale. You might be wondering, how can you tell if you have one of these valuable coins? Start by checking your spare change in coin jars. Look for a 2018 Lincoln penny with no mint mark, that's from the Philadelphia Mint. Examine the coin under good lighting or a magnifying glass. Look for any doubling in the lettering or Lincoln's face. Check for unusual shapes, clipped edges, or off-center designs. And most importantly, if your coin looks fresh out of the mint with strong red color and no scratches or contact marks, it could be worth submitting for professional grading. If you believe you've got something special, don't clean the coin. That could ruin its value instantly. Instead, place it in a soft coin holder and consider sending it to PCGS or NGC for authentication and grading. A professional grade can make all the difference in the coin's final value. Let's also talk about current market trends. Over the past few years, there's been growing interest in modern era coins. Collectors are expanding their collections beyond old silver coins and into the realm of modern mint oddities. This surge in demand means that prices for high-grade modern pennies have climbed steadily, and coins like the 2018 no-mint mark Lincoln cent with errors or top grades have become investment pieces. Auction houses have seen fierce bidding wars over near-perfect examples. Some collectors buy these coins not just for their beauty or rarity, but as a hedge against inflation, tangible assets that are easy to store and sell. So what should you do if you think you've found a 2018 penny that could be worth big money? First, get informed. Use reputable online coin forums, check auction house records like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers, and watch videos just like this one. Education is your best tool in the world of coin collecting. Then, consider reaching out to a local coin dealer or numismatic expert for a second opinion. And finally, if your coin shows serious potential, invest in professional grading. That certificate of authenticity and numerical grade is what transforms a common penny into a five-figure collectible. To wrap things up, the 2018 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny may seem like an everyday coin, but under the right conditions, especially when combined with mint errors, superior strike, and a high-grade finish, it becomes a treasure worth between $13,757 and $15,000. So next time you get change at the store, don't be so quick to toss those pennies aside. One of them might just change your life. Thanks for watching, and if you found this video helpful or exciting, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more rare coin content, and tap the notification bell so you never miss a new upload. Let us know in the comments if you've ever come across a valuable coin, or if you have questions about what to look for in your change. Until next time, happy hunting, and keep checking your pockets.